I, 32F, snooped on my husband's, 32M, phone and now I regret it. Throwaway account. I, 32F, snooped through my 33M husband's phone. My husband and I were being intimate the other day and were trying some new things out. This took me by surprise because it wasn't something we had ever done in our 8-year relationship. We took some spicy photos together and he sent them to himself and then promptly deleted them off my phone. I was curious what he did with them, so I looked through his phone. I have never looked through my husband's phone before and never had reason to suspect any infidelity or cheating of any kind. I found our photos in a locked photo album. I know his passwords to everything and he knows this. I found a lot of nude selfies of my husband, no wedding ring on, pics, and screenshots of random girls' profiles. The profiles looked they were from some site advertising chats or maybe hookups. All the girls were local to our area, it seems. He had these saved periodically for the past year. It looks like it started when I got pregnant last year. I have very low confidence, self-esteem now that I am postpartum and low sex drive due to postpartum hormones. This was an absolute gut punch. I don't have evidence that he actually talked to these girls or met up with them, but this still feels like cheating to me. I already didn't feel attractive enough for him now that my body has changed so much, and now that I found these pictures I really don't think he is as attracted to me as he once was and is looking for that somewhere else. I have no idea what to do now. Do I just own up to snooping and confront him? Try and mention something similar casually and see his reaction? Edit. For a little more context. The screenshots he has are like a profile for girls. The profile pictures are not of naked women but are in lingerie or bikinis posing. There is a location and phone number under the profile pictures. The screenshot has the profile pictures cut off at the top almost as if he purposely centered the phone numbers in the screenshots. If he was saving the photos of the girls for a spanked bank, you would think their entire photo would be in the screenshot. Update. I was able to look through his phone while he slept. The pictures are 100% escorts. I think I could throw up. I checked his browsing history and found the sites he used too. He was out of town when he made those screenshots and I know that he was not able to meet anyone during that trip. He was working and staying in an Airbnb with his mom and she would have noticed if he had left. I am really close with her, so I trust her. At the very least he sexted, video with them, though I'm sure or planned on meeting them when he got back. I plan to confront him when he gets back from work today. I'm packing to go back for me and my son in case we have to leave quickly. I plan to kick him out. I didn't do anything, why should I leave? But just in case I want to be prepared. I've also Googled divorce attorneys. Oh, and me and my baby tested positive for COVID this morning, so just to make a shit sandwich worse. Send these to yourself first and then have the discussion with him. I hate to say this, and I hope it isn't true for you, but this is how it started with my now ex-husband. I had found pictures on his phone, confronted him. We talked about it. I even told him I thought it was cheating and was debating staying in the marriage because if he could do that, what else will lead to? He reassured me, deleted everything. Fast forward a few years later, and he is talking to girls on a dating site. Just talking, he claimed, but I am not an idiot. Long story short, it turns out that it did start with just pictures, but eventually that wasn't enough. So it started with innocent talking to boost his ego, but eventually that wasn't enough either and he started cheating. We are married 16 years, I had 3 kids together. I divorced him and never looked back. I'd say this is cheating. It's never okay to have stuff like that while in a relationship. I consider this cheating. And low. So freaking low. Please get tested. He's likely hooking up with local women. He is absolutely cheating on you. My 31F boyfriend, 33M, told me he would never marry a weird who doesn't believe in Jesus. For some context, my boyfriend, 33M, is Christian. He doesn't go to church, but it's an important part of his identity. I, 31F, am agnostic. Our religious differences have never been a problem, or so I thought, until a few weeks ago. We got into a huge argument, where he said that women should obey and listen to men, based on something in the Bible. I don't claim to be an expert on what he was referring to. He also said that he would never marry a retard who doesn't believe in Jesus. We lived together, but we didn't talk for a few days after that. He eventually apologized for his phrasing, but he is firm that he won't marry someone who doesn't believe in his God. This is news to me, after almost 2 years of dating. I accepted his apology, but only to keep my peace. We have 5 months left in our lease together. Moving out or breaking our lease is not an option, for many reasons. He keeps talking about renewing our lease together next year and talking like we have a future together. Which doesn't make much sense to me. Why would you want to be with someone whom you won't marry? I plan on leaving him as soon as our lease is up. I absolutely hate his guts now, but have to pretend like nothing is wrong, otherwise he will make the rest of our lease hell. I am looking for advice on how to keep my sanity over the next 5 months. Is there anything that I can do to make this situation more bearable? Get an outside the house hobby you're really excited about so you don't have to be there much, and if he complains, you can pull the, wow, so women can't have hobbies outside the home now? Face with raised eyebrow. Why wait? Find alternate accommodation. Tell the landlord that you are breaking your part of the lease because of a relationship breakdown and then move. You may be surprised to hear, but landlords traditionally do not like to rent out to couples who have broken up. It tends to result in damage, and they would much rather have a broken lease than a broken door or window. Edit. Have you explained to your landlord that the relationship has broken down? Edit 2. Oh, and definitely no sex. I would not put it past this guy to sabotage your BC. Personally, I wouldn't be with a cultist. But right now, it is what it is. Get your shit together, this is only going to get worse, you need to get out ASAP. I feel that if he catches wind of what you're planning, it will go downhill fast. I am worried about your safety. He clearly doesn't go to church. His comment was exceedingly hateful. Do you know the term quiet quitting? Where employees do the bare minimum but never more. I suggest this be your approach for the next 5 months. Don't commit to renewing your lease. Don't get intimate. Don't go out of your way to be helpful or supportive. Don't pick fights either, just disengage as much as possible. Do you absolutely have to wait until the lease is over? Become indifferent, minimize conversations, be the, yes, no, okay, fine, sounds good, great weather, small talk person. Find a hobby, go walking in the evenings, meet friends. Start going through your stuff, get rid of whatever you no longer need, store what you're not going to use on next 5 months so you can walk away quickly. Stop sleeping with him too. F25 I think my boyfriend M27 might be misogynistic. I am F25 very empathetic, hopeless romantic, and pretty timid, but once comfortable I like to be goofy. My boyfriend and I were getting ready to go out and he was laying down while I got dressed. After getting dressed I got the zoomies and started to play around pretending to punch his feet. I was lightly tapping his feet and he sat up and punched my thigh. I told him that actually hurt and he was like, you punched me first. I asked, did I hurt you? And he said no, but still you hit me, Ima hit you back, equal rights, right? Moments like that happen almost every time we play fight, and he brings up how women want equal rights until it doesn't benefit them. I explained he shouldn't put his hands on a woman regardless, it's the principle, but it went over his head. Update. I just want you guys to know that I really appreciate your input. I broke up with him today and decided not to wait. Purple heart. He's willfully misunderstanding. He is looking for excuses to hurt you. That fact that he doubled down and deflected blame when you said he actually hurt you shows a lack of empathy and awareness. Also, using equal rights to justify hurting you is a huge red flag. You can't change him. Don't even try. His lame excuse about equal rights rings hollow. Hitting your partner, regardless of gender, is never justifiable, period, no exceptions. Red flag. Break up before he hits you for real. To answer the question, yes, any man who jumps to beating women when the conversation of equality comes up is an absolute red flag misogynistic predator. Second, do not let anyone tell you that anything you did beforehand justified you being hit. This is not even a gender thing. One does not hurt another person by hitting them. Third, as per your comments, you feeling you cannot leave him without repercussions such as you not getting your car back, etc. should be enough of a red flag for you to start planning your departure in a way that makes you be safe right away. It is always wild to me that some men will hear equal rights and immediately jump to, so I should be able to punch women, right? Telling you that what they really want to do is hit women but feel constrained. They're telling you who they really are, believe them. My husband, 25M, and I, 24F, have been together for 7 years and I'm an awful wife. My husband and I have been together for 7 years and he is the love of my life. This man has done so much for me, yet I feel I will never be able to satisfy him. Our relationship started off amazing, for the most part, and we had a great life together as a couple. But after we had our son who is 3 now, everything took a turn. At the moment I am a stay-at-home mom, and throughout the day it can become very overwhelming with managing a toddler and balancing other tasks. I feel so touched out, but also I feel there is something physically wrong with me to where I don't want any intimacy between my husband and I. His love language is physical affection. Mine is spending quality time. He takes it very personal that I don't want to be intimate, and thinks it's because he's unattractive, even though I told him that's not the case several times. This has put so much strain on our relationship, so many arguments, so much shame on my behalf, feeling like I can't do anything right. I clean the house, I make the food, I pack his lunch, I schedule all the appointments, but because our sex life is pretty much non-existent, it doesn't matter. I've been seeking therapy for this for years, been to a psychiatrist, and even told both my OB/GYN and regular doctor about this issue. I'm only 24 and I shouldn't be this way. I love him so much and don't want to lose him, but I have no clue what to do. I've even tried the advice of just doing it even if I don't want to, but then he claims it's not genuine. Overall, I think I'm just a bad wife. I don't want our child to have separated parents like I did, but sadly I think that may be the only way to make him happy. What can I do to fix this situation, if anything at all? 7 years together means you guys have been together since 17 and 18 years old babies. Besides being a stay-at-home mom, do you ever get time to yourself to go be something other than a mom or a wife? Free time for yourself, self-care, hobbies? When your husband is home, does he help with the parenting, household chores, mental and emotional load of running a household? Does he take you on date nights that he secures the sitter and plans? Is there non-sexual touch that doesn't have an expectation of leading to sex? Please do not have duty sex with him. Read Come As You Are, make him read it too. Maybe it's just me, but it sounds like you are too exhausted for sex. He gets to go to a job to clock in, clock out, but a stay-at-home mom's job you never clock out. Maybe you will feel like sexy time after a day to yourself. You're not a bad wife, you're packing his freaking lunches. He's a grown man, not a toddler, he doesn't need a mommy. If he takes more stuff off your plate and you get some more sleep, or self-care, I am betting those amorous feelings will return. You're not a bad wife, you're exhausted. Does your husband do any of the child rearing or housework? It sounds like he works 40 hours a week and you work 24/7. No one on earth would be in the mood in your situation. And for him to make you feel shitty about it is wrong. His love language is physical affection, mine is spending quality time. Is it the chicken or the egg? Do you need the quality time to have the physical affection or the physical affection to have the quality time? Your child is now 3. That is plenty old enough to leave for a date night that ends in you know what. If he opens the car door and treats you right on date night, maybe you will agree to go parking afterwards. What you're going through is a common issue among married couples with young children. You're not a bad wife. You're an exhausted mom. You need time to unwind, date nights, activities to do with your husband so you can reconnect as husband and wife and not just as mom and dad. Does your husband help with the kid house? If so, how much? Physical intimacy isn't just sex. Do you kiss, hug, hold hands as well? Did you have a low sex drive before your child?